Week 3 Survivor is here. It is time to dig into the action in the NFL. I'm assuming that you've survived in advance. That is the key, the name of the game. We are here to talk about NFL Survivor picks, breakdown, who to pick, who to avoid the landmines. Let's get into all of it. I'm Ben Razza. This is Odd Chopper, and welcome aboard. Take a second, hit the like button. Let's get the energy up because it's only 2 weeks in. But your survivor pool, I don't care if it's a gigantic pool or a small pool with your family, is destroyed. Everybody is losing. Upsets all over the place. Luckily for this video, so far, if you've been watching, we have navigated the waters, and we're going to try to do that 3 weeks in a row. Last week, we had the Texans survive in advance style. Let's get into the picks. I'm going to bring up the odds screen. And you guys know the drill. It's very simple in Survivor. You have to pick the team to survive in advance. You can't use them again. So the pools are getting down there. We're still only in week 3. We have all of these teams available -2. For me, it's the Seahawks and the Texans. I'm going to give you a quote-unquote safe pick, a little more aggressive, and then the team that I am going with. Let's dive in. The safe pick. And it's all relative because the safe pick last week was Baltimore, and they lost. To me, the most popular pick, I should say, is going to be right here. And it's going to be the Las Vegas Raiders sitting as a home favorite against the Carolina Panthers. Reasons that people are going to go to this. There's a couple different ones. First is the obvious one, that the Panthers are horrendous. They lost 47-10 and 26-3. It was so bad that they benched Bryce Young. Andy Dalton comes in. Will that give them a jump start? Who knows? Probably not, realistically. And I don't think many people are that worried about it. The other reason, probably equal to why people want to go here, getting rid of the Raiders is not a bad thing. In fact, it's a pretty nice thing. One of the keys for Survivor is being able to eliminate average at best teams and maintain the good teams, because it only gets more difficult. And if you're drawing to having only bad teams left, well, at the end, you're going to have to take a pretty bad situation. So people want to get rid of the Raiders. At home against the Panthers is the nut matchup in the league right now. That is what you want. You can see the books obviously favor them. It's nothing crazy, -230, -260, -250 range, but they are a decent favorite. They're at home. They just came off a win against the Ravens. We just talked. They crushed Survivor last week on the road. Now they come home with Minshew. There's a lot to like with the Las Vegas Raiders. Don't need to spend a lot of time on this. If you are saying, okay, I'm going to let the dust settle, I'm going to plan for the long term and get rid of a team that I really don't want, the Las Vegas Raiders are your choice. Just keep in mind, you won't be alone with that one. So, first team up on the board is the Raiders. They'll also probably be, depending on the line, maybe a good teaser piece, things of that nature. And I want to, perfect timing, actually, truly. If you are interested in the betting side of these things, if you have not been in the Tails marketplace, come on in. It is here. It's not just about picks. It's the experience. You want to talk through Survivor? You want to say, hey, take a look at my pool. I've got 10 people left. What do you think? That's what it's there for. This is a community. This is also picks all the time via the app. It's a great, great experience. It's fun, profitable. Look at this. And now we're running a 50% off. I've been running it for a little while, but I'm keeping it for a bit. So I want you guys to take advantage of it because I want more people to see, try it out. And if it's not for them, it's not for them. First week and month, all of it, all the picks, breakdowns, Discord, $4.99 for a week, under $15 for a month. You're talking 50 cents a day. Come on in, be part of it. The link is below. You just click it, sign up, and you are in. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Let's keep it moving in there. Now, mentioned the quote-unquote safe pick or the most popular pick. The second, I think, a little more aggressive of nature. And again, these are all going to be in the same range money line wise because there's too many to choose from this week. But scrolling up and down the board, you can kind of see that. Tampa Bay going to be, again, I'm not going to even say this is an aggressive pick because I think that's too strong of a label. In a week like this, I'm going to kind of rewrite my own terms and just give you a second pick of that nature. Tampa's sitting nearly a better money line. The opportunity cost is higher. They take on Denver at home. So we look at the Bucs. What have they been doing? Well, it's been pretty damn good. They smoked Washington. We had that game. We bet that game. They went into Ford Field and beat the Lions. I certainly did not have that. Another team that just killed a bunch of people in Survivor. Baker looks fantastic. Evans, Godwin, White. Otten's not doing anything, but he is there. McMillan looks good. The offense is moving. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson was disrupting them in the backfield. Are the Denver Broncos poised to do that? I would say no. Are the Denver Broncos poised to go on the road and win? I would say no. Bo Nix has 0 touchdowns through 2 games, 4 interceptions. They're running the ball 3.7 yards per carry. That's not going to get it done. Try to run against Tampa's front. That's not going to get it done. There's not a lot to like. Opportunity cost is higher with Tampa Bay. There's no doubt about it because they play in the NFC South, which means that they get the Carolina Panthers twice. But looking at the schedule, they don't play the Panthers till much later in the season. So you're really planning long term. They play the Panthers at home in week 17. The pools could be over by then. This is a long way to wait. And with that in mind, I'm not sure you need to. So I would plan ahead with Tampa. Again, I'm rewriting the terms here. This is not an against the grain pick. It's just another solid spot. People will go there. I don't know how many, to be honest. I still believe that the Raiders are going to be that team that most people gravitate towards. But Tampa Bay is another very solid option. They check a lot of boxes. I'm just personally a little worried about not having them because I think they do have some certainly winnable games on the rest of their schedule. So second team up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. We got one more to give, and this is the important one for me because it's the team that I'll be going with in my survivor pools. I also want to mention again on the betting side, if you're in a state that has Bet365, $200 in bonus bets. That'll probably cover your survivor pool and then some. Just by betting $5. Doesn't even matter if you win or lose. The link is below. It's very simple. You click that link. If Bet365 is in your state, deposit 10, bet 5. Bet it on any of these games. You could hedge your survivor pick. Bet it on the other team's money line. Because if you win, you get 200 in bonus bets. If you lose, you get 200 in bonus bets. It is that simple. You have to be 21 plus, 18 in Kentucky. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But a great opportunity there to pad the bankroll. Here we go. My survivor selection for this week. We're going to have to wait. We'll be rooting for upsets all day because scrolling, I am going to Monday Night Football Part 2. And that would be with the Cincinnati Bengals. Right here, big favorites. I like the spot. They will also be a somewhat popular pick, but not every game can be popular. There's a lot of options to choose from, so I actually think that that's not a huge issue this week in terms of being against the grain. It's about planning ahead. Cincinnati Bengals, they have winnable games. I want to be clear. There are going to be opportunities to get to them if you don't use them this week. Next week, they're in Carolina. They're also at the Giants at one point, home to the Raiders, home to the Broncos. These are spots that people are going to go to in Survivor. But I don't want to mess around with the unknown with Carolina. I want Cincinnati out of the way right now. Cincinnati's 0-2. I'm not going to say they have to win this game, but at night, at home against Washington, you really should win this game. Obviously, they sleptwalked and they killed so many teams in Survivor in week 1 against New England. Lost a hard-fought game in Arrowhead. Should have won, could have won. Now they come home against Washington. Jaden Daniels has thrown 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. He's not really doing anything. He's got 26 carries on the year. I don't worry about this team. Washington's coming off a win where they kicked 7 field goals against the Giants. They're not going to have the luxury of doing that in Cincinnati. I think the Bengals get on the scoreboard, both in the game and in life, because they're 0-2. I will call for the Bengals to get it done. I'm fine not having Cincinnati this year. I will deal with it. Obviously, every single person in your pool has Cincinnati alive, because if they didn't, they would be eliminated already. To me, the Bengals check a lot of boxes. It's the right balance of opportunity cost, high win percentage. You look at that money line, it's pushing minus 400 at some books. The Bengals get it done. We move on to week 4. If you have any questions on anything, Jazz Raz Bets on Twitter and again in Discord. We're talking about Survivor. I'm happy to dig in, answer questions. On this video, obviously, it's just one-way conversation. So if you want more, use that code JazzRaz50 and I'll see you inside the ropes. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate it. Let's keep it moving. Survive in advance. That's the name of the game here at Odd Shop.